Hey, good morning. Hope you can all hear me here. Thanks for joining me. This is Chris here in Hawaii with your London closed trading session. Um, we'll kind of cover what's going on in the markets today. We will look at any possible trades setting up, and then I'll kind of cover what happened yesterday. And this was a good example of why you want a strong reward to risk ratio yesterday. Because actually, I had two losers and one winner at full profit, and I still ended up for the day. So it's nice when you can go 1 for 3 and still make money. All right, so you can see right now heat map. Kiwis kind of starting to get sold off. Aussies kind of mixed. Um, CAD mixed. Swiss franc getting sold off pretty substantially. The dollar's up. Euro mixed. So it's kind of a choppy day. Dow is up slightly, 3 points. VIX is up slightly. Um, Once again, it's kind of a breather here. All of the European markets are down with Eurozone data. Asia was down. Bonds are all down. Oil up slightly. Gold up, down. Gold down on reports of Russia not buying any additional gold, so that tanked the price a little bit there. But down $32.60, but I think that's temporary. So that's what we have going on currently. Kind of looking at the sentiment right now. Really, once again, the Aussie Kiwi are sold off the most, and the dollar is lifted on the less friendly risk backdrop. Canadian dollar a little changed. It's up slightly as I was talking, but there's an interesting piece on real estate and basically the national uh, the national department in charge of real estate is predicting a huge decline of I think 5 to 10% in real estate prices. So that's not good. And I was reading the article. It was interesting. It was like the first time that the government's ever kind of he basically thrown put the flag up saying that there's a bubble and that the market's going to tank. So I think people are starting to digest that, and I think the CAD's gonna get hit on that. Euro Euro's kind of poised, I think, for a rebound here, and with the restrictions on China from the U.S. That's going to give the euro some strength because Chinese companies are all going to go towards to the European market. So um, pound is kind of supported at the 122 level, but the Brexit shadow looms, and then also the talk on negative rates. The Aussie is still kind of holding right now, but they're kind of teetering here with the U.S. Chinese trade war rhetoric, and then also continuous sanctions. Or excuse me, continuous retaliation from China on Australian markets. So who knows what the end of that will be? And it's weird because you've got this anticipation of a positive with the coronavirus kind of winding down here, and you've also got this trade war looming, which is not good between U.S. and China. So the markets kind of don't know how to digest it right now, and I think that's why you see some mixed positions here. So let me show you. I want to show you the trades yesterday, and then we'll look into see what we have now because it's early London close. So I want to wait until at least the actual London close here to take a look and see what we have. Let's see here. So we had 3 trades yesterday, and I was really, really soft on Australia. I didn't like Australia, the Aussie. So we got in on this pound trade, and it just took us out the first bar. I mean, first bar took us out right here. So we exercised the discipline, got out of it, and that was that. But I thought, and the way I read it was that the euro would have been stronger. The pound was getting weighed down because of the negative rates and the Brexit concerns. So when I looked at Euro Aussie, I had a favorable position, and I actually got in here on that drop, and you can see it went all the way up here to the full target. So that was a nice victory for us there, and a nice rebound. And then Euro Pound, once again, I think I misread the pound on that yesterday, and you got, when you misread it, the market tells you right away. So it stopped me out right here. So probably about an hour and a half later, and I got out of that at that level at 74. So that's what happens. And once again, despite the fact that I had 2 losses and one profit, the profit was substantial. So was able to take an overall profit for the day. I'm finding more and more I don't want to hold trades over the weekend with everything going on. And I have kind of a hard deadline stop for me. So the London Open, which is 9 p.m. here, I close out all trades because I don't want to look at it nighttime, and I don't want to look at it sleeping. So that's the way I trade. Once again, some people hold their trades over a couple days to weeks. And I found that this strategy works well when closes out, because that London close time frame and kind of where I think the markets will go, there's too much that can happen at London Open in terms of news or sentiment, and it kind of changes from the day before. So that's why I like to get out. Sometimes it doesn't work in my favor, but I sleep well at night, so that's the important thing. All right, well, hey, let's see what we have trade-wise. So I like a possibility of a Euro CAD long. That one seems interesting because it was actually at a major level here at 52.78. It broke it and then dropped below. Let me show you here. And you can see it spiked out, took these stops out, and now it's rebounded. It's at 77. So I like this move with the stop here, but the problem is you're looking at a pretty substantial risk here. You're looking at about 23, 24 pips. Let's just take a look at the volume here. And once again, the reason I'm long here on the CAD is that this is a major level here. You can look across the time frame here. You see this, and it was broken. This level right here at 153. That was broken, and it's been building up here probably over a period of a couple weeks. And I think it's poised for a much larger move up here. Even though oil prices are rebounding, the Canadian economy is waning here. So this could be a move for us. Let's take a look at the volume and see where we're at. So look at that volume build up right there. So 71. So to me, if it goes below, I'd say if it closes below this level here at we'll say 50. So we're looking at a 25 pip stop, and the profit target would be 153.20. So that gives us 45 to 20. That's not good enough, guys. So I'm gonna hold off on this move. We'll keep an eye on it. If it drops lower, maybe into the 60s, then we'll look at it. But for now, it's not favorable enough for us to trade this thing. I mean, even at 53, yeah, I would really want to put the stop below this level here. So 44. So for me, if it drops down here again and tries to test, I'd be a buyer like down in this level here, maybe at like 55, because then that would give us a very, very attractive reward to risk. But otherwise, I'm not gonna hop into that one. We'll keep an eye on it. There's nothing else that I really see that's decent. I like Euro Aussie, but I don't see any solid levels here for that, and it's already starting to spike up. Euro's dropped versus the US dollar about 60 pips here from that 110 level. Same thing with the Aussies dropping now. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Yeah, I don't really see anything here, guys. Euro pound, I'm not going to get into that. I'd be worried about the pound right now. And the Japanese economy is kind of struggling right now, too. So the yen is going to be kind of limited, I think. My hypothesis here is that as the coronavirus weans down, you'll see some spikes up, but I think it'll be limited on Aussie, and I think the U.S. will kind of get hit too. Let's see here. Yep. Let's see what Euro Aussie's doing. So actually, this is a pretty attractive move here. So it's down to 66.73. This would give us a nice move. So there's a little bit of a buildup here in volume. You can see this right here at the 70 level. Watch. Let me show you guys this. Look at that volume right there, 71.12. So you can see it's kind of hit it a few times, but there's an underlying buildup of volume right down in here. So this could actually be a pretty strong level. I think what's going on here is there was a lot of shorts or a lot of longs on Aussie. So what it's doing right now is it's shaking out the weak positions, in my opinion. So we could get a nice little 25 pip stop here. And a target could be this high up here at 168.77. But I would even say you could go for these highs at 177.55, and it's still attractive. The market couldn't figure out what to do here. So Euro Aussie might be a nice little move too for us. Like I said, I like the Euro, and I don't like the Aussie particularly right now. Let's see. If we're looking at 51, so that's 27 pips. And profit target would be 57. That's still pretty profitable. That's spiking up to the 80 level right now. I want to see it. See what happens here too. Now you can see this sucker starting to take off with us a little bit. I just don't like the profit target on the Euro CAD, so I like the Euro Aussie much better. So it's obviously breaking the 80 level. So if it gets down to 80 again, we'll look at it. So let's look at a 30 pip stop. $2.28 lots. Okay. So hey guys, this is pretty much what I do. I mean, I'm doing my analysis. I'm looking for the right level that I want to get into. I'm gonna set my target right here for 166.71. I want to see it go down to this volume level again. If it spikes up, then it takes off without us. So 71. So that would give us a 21 pip stop. Because to me, that's the attractive level here. Okay. So we'll set our orders. and we'll go from there. So we'll keep an eye on this Euro CAD as well, because that could be a possible move for us. Oof, this is really spiking up. It's at 85. Don't know if we're gonna catch this one, guys. 6. One. Hopefully it comes down and hits that 70, but looks like it's gonna really take off here. So that's a bummer. Same thing with the Canadian dollar. It's moving, so we might have missed it, but yeah, there's other trades. I just want to make sure we get an attractive reward to risk, and I want to make sure it's close enough to that stop for us to get in that. So this is what happens sometimes, and once again, there's always opportunities here, so you always want to make sure that you get the right. You get an attractive level to trade, and if you don't get it, then don't trade. Simple as that. So we have our entry in at 166.71, so I want to see it drop down here one more time. I would anticipate that this level will try to get sold off once more, and then hopefully it'll break through these levels after that. So we'll keep an eye on it. And this one here, like I said, I'd like to get it down to the 65 level. If it gets to 65, we will buy this because that'll give us a 20 pip stop and a nice profit target. So actually, let's put a limit order in on this one here, EuroCAD. So let me take a look and see what that would be. Lots. Okay. We will get in limit order. Okay. So we got our limit orders in, and let's see what happens, guys. So that's it, and we'll keep an eye on it. So any questions, hit me up in the room, and I'll post these if the trades do take in there. All right. Thanks. kind of combing through everything. We have a nice, I think, Aussie yen short right here. So with the spike up and this drop down here, you would expect this level to be supported, but that's what they want you to think. So I think it'll break through this and go down here to the next level of support where the volume built up, and that was at the figure at 70. So it's down about 6 pips right now. So we have a real tight stop at 80. So to me, if it closes above this big level of volume here, this buildup, we'll get out of it. But we're gonna keep an eye on this one as well as those two other trades. So once again, I'm telling you, I'm real bearish on the Aussie right now. So let's see how it plays out, and we'll keep an eye on the other ones. All right, thanks, guys.